I'm willing to place a $100 bet with your brother Nash Palmer that the Celtics have a better record than the Thunder.
Okay, this is episode 2 of interviewing a fan from every single NBA fan base. Today we got my boy Andrew representing the Boston Celtics. It's going to be a good one today. So, Andrew, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Good. So, Boston Celtics, they won the chip. How did that make you feel? Because, I mean, you weren't a fan. Were you a fan around in 2008?
No, I was not. I was only 4 years old then. I became a fan once Isaiah Thomas left the Phoenix Suns and became a Boston Celtic.
That's right. I forgot about that. If you don't know this, we're both from Phoenix, so that makes a lot of sense. But we're both not Phoenix Suns fans. That might be another pod for another time. But that's going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, so they won the chip. This year, they started off hot. They're 2-0 already. I mean, I don't know if that's, hot. It's been, 4
Two
days.
games,
But 2 games. They played the Wizards, one of them as well. So, how much can you really say about that? But
shout out Kyle Kuzma, though.
Shout out Kyle Kuzma, for real. In terms of, expectations that you remember from, how do they compare from last year this time to now to them going to repeat?
Okay, so I'll be honest, man. I didn't really watch much of the beginning of the season last year. I was busy with work and stuff. I don't remember how they started out because, we lost the title in 2022, right? And so, start of the season, everyone's like, okay, well, let's at least go back to the finals. And so I think after winning the chip last year, after we played the Mavericks, I think the same thing kind of applies to the point of, all right, well, let's go win another one. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what everyone's in every Celtics fan's head right now is, all right, well, we lost in 2022, we won 23. Let's continue the streak. Let's go win in 2024, and keep it going.
True. So how do you feel? I want to talk about I don't want to say this as a fact, but it seems to be that the Miami Heat are your guys' vice. So talk to me about the Heat, because I was watching the game. I watched that game in 2020 where Bam had that block on JT, locked it down.
Yeah,
so
right, yep.
Talk to me about the Miami Heat rivalry, if you want to call it a rivalry. Are they your main rival? And if they are, talk to me about that relationship with the Heat in the playoffs past 5 years.
All right, so rivals, I could see that. 4 words for that is Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
There's just something about those two whenever they play Boston. It's just like Jimmy. Literally, I know you've heard the rumors about how he's Michael Jordan's son, but he literally turns into Michael Jordan's son. And then Bam Adebayo finally decides to play like a big. And, yeah, I don't know, man. It's something about it, when, like you said, in 2020 in the bubble, I thought Celtics would sweep that, dude. I really did. Really, I remember sitting on your couch downstairs watching that game when Tatum goes in for the flush, and I was like, I got sat up out of my chair, and I see him get freaking just destroyed by Adebayo, and I was like, okay. But I think we had a really solid playoff run last year, man. Tatum played great. Basically, everyone played great, dude. I think so I was really sad, as many Celtics fans were, whenever we released Marcus Smart. He was at the heart of the team.
Oh man.
But the moment we picked up Drew Holiday, it's like, man, we got almost the same defensive intensity as Drew Holiday with improved playmaking. So I honestly think Drew Holiday was the only piece that could have made our team better after releasing Marcus Smart. So, and I mean, that went to show out to be fact last year, winning the chip. So, I mean, and same team as last year. We didn't lose basically anybody. I mean, a couple 13, 14, 15 spots on the roster, but nothing huge. We re-signed Tatum and Derek White to veteran extensions. And so, I mean, we got the same team as last year, so I don't understand why we couldn't go do it again,
Yeah. Talk to me about that repeat. What are the odds that they do repeat? And if they don't, for some reason, who is going to be the team in your mind to stop them from repeating?
I would say I think the odds are in our favor to repeat again.
100%.
Like I said, we didn't lose anybody, didn't gain anybody, we didn't lose anybody in kind of the same team. And I mean, you already win one, you're going to want to get more. I think everyone on that team wants to go win another chip. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, the Mavericks last year, they put up a fight. I'll give them that. But I mean, they did have Klay Thompson, but
I'm not like an Eastern. Obviously, I'm a Clippers fan, and so my
Yeah.
team's in the West. So I can't really say a whole ton about the East, like maybe you can. But I don't want to play Giannis. I would not want to play Giannis if I'm in the East. So tell me about the Celtics odds if they go to Eastern Conference Finals against Giannis and Dame. Who Giannis? I mean, it's only been 2 games, but he's looking pretty pissed off.
Yes, I agree. But the thing is, you got to remember Giannis's dad plays on the Celtics by the name of Al Horford. Every series, Al Horford becomes 2015 Al Horford again. You know what I'm saying? And so I mean, Dame's getting old. You know, I mean, he's still a good player. I know, like first night he had like 30 something, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, Dame's Dame. Dame's gonna Dame. Giannis is gonna Giannis. But I think what really comes into key is our depth on the team with like, you know, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, even dude, shout out to Xavier Tillman, bro. Like he puts up some numbers too. I'm not
That's a
gonna lie.
pickup. I like
Yeah,
him.
like you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
yeah.
Luke Cornett's solid. So I think it really just comes down to the depth of the teams. I think the Celtics are pretty deep. I mean that Bucks team. I mean Giannis, Middleton, Dame is pretty good, but they don't really have a deep team. Not a lot of people in the East have deep teams, man. I say the Sixers are pretty deep too. Sixers I'm kind of scared of, especially now with Paul George.
But even then, it's about Embiid, PG. How much is depth going to do if you don't have the starters like up front?
And that's if Embiid can be healthy. You
That's
know
what
what
I'm saying. I think personally the Bucks would be scarier to a Celtics team rather than the Sixers. But
Okay.
we'll have to see
I
how
can
that
see
goes.
that.
Just because Giannis has done it before.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Giannis has done it before. Dame wasn't there. They don't have Drew Holiday anymore. Chris Middleton when he's healthy. I did.
Well, 2021, right? Yeah.
Yeah, when Chris Middleton was healthy in 2021, that was his first playoff run where he played more than 20 games. Averaged like 25 points, 8 rebounds, 6 like shot well. Like when he's healthy, he's good. We say that about 90% of the league. I feel like nowadays, but
Yeah.
it's just you. That's why predictions are so interesting to look at. Is because
Correct.
like
Yeah, I
yo,
agree.
if they're healthy, lock it up. I mean, Giannis hasn't played in the playoffs in like 3 years, but
Yeah.
that guy, we all know what he can do: 50 points and 12 rebounds or something. To
That guy's a
Dame,
freak, man. That
like
guy's a freak.
literally freak. So let's talk about another freak on the Celtics. Maybe you might describe him as this. Who knows? Jayson Tatum did not receive Finals MVP honors or the Eastern Conference MVP. I know that's like a thing now, but I don't really care about that one. So Jaylen Brown, I'll ask you this. Is Jaylen Brown the best player on the Celtics, or is Jayson Tatum that guy?
Jayson Tatum is the best player in the Celtics, and I will
Okay.
stand on that hill till I die.
Me too. So talk to me about JB. What happened there?
The only reason I personally think JB won that award just because Tatum didn't have the best shooting, like the best shooting stretch in the playoffs last year. 10 seconds left in the game. I want the ball in Tatum's hand.
Okay.
You know, I don't. You know, JB. I mean, you force him left, and that's a turnover. So,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, he's a hell of a player, but I definitely games on the line. I want Tatum with the ball.
So obviously, this is a basketball YouTube channel. We talk about basketball. So in doing that, it's almost like a sports talk show. We talk about legacy. We talk about hot takes. We talk about predictions. Let's talk about Tatum's legacy.
I don't know. I think maybe he'll get it. He would have to have a really strong run this year. I think he can.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown can put up a fight for it too. I guess it really just depends on how. Dang it, I'm hitting a blank. I'm trying to think of this word. I can't remember. Anyways, it has to go. I guess it would just go down to who wants it more. You know, at that point, you're kind of competing against your own teammate, but not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I think adding a Finals MVP for Tatum, that'd be huge. Obviously,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone wants to win the Finals MVP, but it comes down to who's actually going to win it. Jaylen Brown won it last year, and Tatum, he could pull it off easily.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we all expected him to. So I like literally laughed out loud when they handed it to JB on the stage. I was like, "There's no way," because I didn't think he played that much better than Tatum either, which was really interesting.
I didn't think he played that much better than Tatum. I think Jaylen Brown played his normal game. It's just Tatum had a bad stretch of games, and that's why they were like, "Oh, Jaylen Brown's the best player in the Celtics," because you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Jayson Tatum's still the best player in the Celtics. He just had a bad stretch of games, and that's why Jaylen Brown won it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you got Jayson Tatum, best player on the Celtics. I agree, 100%. He's still that guy.
Might be the best player in the East.
Ooh, perfect segue. I text you the questions. I say, yo, what do you think about Tatum being a top 5 player? You said he is a top 5 player. Where do you have him in that top 5? And who do you have above Tatum? And then you can go on the East and talk about that after.
Okay, let me think about this for a second. I didn't really think about my top 5.
We got to put you in the spot.
Okay. 1, I'm going with Jokic.
Yeah.
2, I'm going with Giannis.
Okay.
3, I'm going with Luka.
Mm-hmm.
4 might be Tatum.
The Shea Tatum area?
No, Shea.
Not yet.
Shea's got to go. Actually, got to go win playoff games in order. Top 5 player in the league. If you're not winning games,
True. Yeah. Totally valid.
I think Tatum's around 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
You could maybe even throw LeBron in there still.
Yeah. LeBron, Steph, KD, those guys.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but I mean Tatum's shooting 50% from the 3 already this season, albeit 2 games. Yeah, I think he has a strong. I'd probably say Giannis is probably the best player in the East. I'll still give it to Giannis.
I was gonna say, I was like, I like Tatum, but Giannis is pretty freaking good still. So
yeah, I'll give it to Giannis.
That's good. So okay, I've done some research for some of my other videos and stuff, and I've noticed a trend that a champion, they'll win a ton of games, they'll go win the championship. The following year, they'll try and repeat, but their overall wins drops. Not like significantly, but you're trying to repeat, you're not focused on maybe winning regular season games. Maybe you are. Like, for instance, the last team that repeated, 17-18 Warriors, Warriors won 60-some odd games in 17, and then in 18, they only won 58, and the Rockets won like 65 games. So, okay. But they still went to repeat. So,
yeah.
Do you think that the Celtics can still get that 1 seed in the East, even though they're focusing, like their sights are on trying to repeat?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like the Warriors era, the West was really strong. The West still is really strong. Mm-hmm. I don't think the East has much of a fight other than the Sixers and the Bucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My one, like if you put a gun in my head and was like, give me a hot take, my one dark horse hot take is that the Knicks will get the 1 seed just because they're younger. They have a really good starting 5. I think they can win a lot of games. But without the hot takes, I think the Celtics still get that 1 seed because like the Bucks can do it, but I don't see them winning 60 games. Like to get that 1 seed in the East, you're gonna have to win more than 55, 57 games. You're probably gonna have to give me that around that 59, 60 win game mark. I don't think the Sixers can do that with Embiid, or with Embiid maybe not playing back to backs for sure, and PG.
Yeah.
I don't think the Bucks are deep enough, like you're talking about, to do that in the regular season. I think the Celtics are still with the primed lineup. That's why I said the Knicks have a top 5, starting 5 in the league. Towns last night had like 3 threes and 21 points and 15 rebounds. Like he's putting it on out there.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, it wouldn't be a blowout, but I could see the Knicks stealing the 1 seed. But I think my overall betting money on it, if I had to, I picked Celtics winning the 1st seed as well. So I think we've talked about a lot of good stuff here today. I mean, it's going to be very interesting. It's good to have a Celtics almost insider on this because, once again, I follow the East, but, I'm a big West guy, obviously, because that's where all of my rivalries and things reside at. So it's good to hear from the Celtics side.
Oh, yeah, man.
All right, is there anything else that you want to speak your piece on in terms of the Boston Celtics? What do you got for me? I'm
willing to place $100 bet with your brother Nash Palmer that the Celtics have a better record than the Thunder.
Okay, so the Celtics will have the best record in the NBA this year because it's pretty betted that the Thunder are going to win the West. That's close. I don't think that's a bad bet. I think it'll be very interesting.
Yeah, Nash Palmer, when you see this, call me. All right, I'm placing a $100 wager.
Hey, we're gonna have it documented. We got a documentary right here. All right, Andrew, appreciate you coming on, dog. It's good to have some talk with you about the Celtics and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all we got for today. We out.
Sounds good, brother. Peace out.
See ya.